What up, everybody? It's BBKDRAGOON here, and we're looking at a Titan Striker build today that pairs very nicely with the Empyrean Bellicose. Empyrean Bellicose is a really unique Titan helm in the fact that it gives you basically the same perk that Angel of Light gives you. If you play Sunsinger Warlocks, the Angel of Light perk lets you hover in the air when you aim down sights. So let's say you jump, you aim down sights, you'll actually be able to hover in the air just for a small amount of time and can get a shot or two off. The Empyrean Bellicose lets you do the exact same thing, but on a Striker Titan. Now, the December buff really put Striker Titans on the map. Easily one of the best subclasses in the game right now if you play it the right way. It obviously depends on what game type, if it's 3v3 or 6v6, but to be able to be super agile, have shoulder charge, the ability to Titan skate, and you can stall in the air to get these really unique, tricky shots that you normally wouldn't be able to get, makes this build and this style of play unique, really fun, and worth a try. Now, is Empyrean Bellicose the best PvP exotic you could be wearing as a Titan? No. I mean, there's plenty of different styles that you can play, and heck, with the Twilight Garrison out right now, Titans are just, for me, the most fun to play at this moment, you know, at least on this balance patch. Real quickly, if you didn't follow any of the Titan buffs that happened with the December patch, I'll go over a couple of the main points I think that are important. They extended the Titan melee range by 12.5%, which you'll see in a clip a little bit later. Makes a huge difference. You cannot use that stupid T-Rex arm argument any longer. It's really noticeable. You're also fast as all get out. Amplify, which is a perk we're going to be using specifically on this build, increases the super energy bonus by 30%. Amplify is when you melee somebody and kill them, you get bonus super energy. It's a lot like Soul Rip for Warlock, Voidwalker Warlocks. The main themes of this build are mobility and recovery. We want to be quick. Many of the abilities in the Striker subclass award us for being aggressive players. It's not a very passive class. So shoulder charge lets us change direction and preserve momentum. If you know how to Titan skate, you're unbelievably quick, and I'll explain Titan skating in a second. You're going to be able to close gaps to objectives faster than the enemy, as well as pressuring sides of the maps faster than the enemy. I think you're getting the picture here. It's a very quick class. We prioritize the recovery because you're going to be taking damage. Using the Empyrean Bellicose is a risk-reward. It's like rolling the dice each time. If you land your shot, like let's say you go for that sweet jump snipe over the wall, and you land it and kill it, no big deal. But if you jump and you stall in the air and you miss your shots, you're a sitting duck, and the enemy is going to be peppering you with shots. And when you don't die, you're going to be taking a lot of damage. That recovery prioritization lets us get back into the fight faster and really work towards getting things like Amplify. Amplify is a perk. When we kill somebody with our melee, we're going to get super energy back, and that's going to get Fist of Havoc back in our hands quicker to deny objectives and to shut down areas of the map where the enemy might be pushing. So, Titan Skating. It's a movement tech for Titans when you select the increased control option. By the way, look at this melee lunge range. I'm going to go back and show that in a second in slow motion. You can no longer say T-Rex arms and make that joke about Striker Titans. The 12.5% buff is way noticeable. So check this out. Right here, that's the frame I press melee on. That's like 7 or 8 feet. That is legit Warlock melee range right there. Look at that lunge. The dude couldn't even, like, begin to get out of the scope by the time... Yeah, I know double melee is kind of lame, but it got the kill. Got the kill done, okay? So Titan Skating, increased control option selected under your boost, and you do a triple tap. That means you jump, activate the jetpack, and turn it off in a certain timing window. And it will take practice to learn how to Titan Skate. It lets you reach this top speed of ridiculous. It might be one of the fastest ways to move in PvP outside of like an ability or a super. And if you just continue that triple tap and you have the timing down, you're going to be able to skate all over the map. Shoulder charge lets you reverse direction too, so if you are skating into an area that's dangerous and you need to bail and just turn around real quick, you hit shoulder charge, and if you time it right, you can carry that momentum from the shoulder charge right into a Titan skate, not slowing you down at all. It's a wonderful escape tool. I'll link a tutorial in the description below on how to execute the Titan skate, because it will take practice. You are going to have to go into a patrol and mess around. Let's hop into the perks and talk about them for just a little bit. First of all, I think the helmet looks pretty cool. It's like a watch with some cogs or whatever, and then when you pull back, you're like a silver fish looking thing. I don't know, it's clean. The lightning grenade is what we select. It's great at shutting down special and heavy ammo spawns, as well as doorways and certain spots on the map. It's a great grenade. Increased control, you want it for Titan skating. I did not notice that I had increased height selected when I recorded this at like 7 a.m. All the gameplay clips you see are with increased control. You want increased control. Fist of Havoc ability, we're going to be selecting the Shockwave. I find myself slaying more often than not with Shockwave, getting extra people with that nice little push of energy that gets folks. If you're doing control exclusively, Aftermath is not a bad option. Aftermath is useful also in Rift. It lets you just leave behind that AoE Shockwave, and so if you drop it basically where the Rift Ball is, or if you drop it on like B, it's useful, so you get your choice here, Aftermath or Shockwave. Our melee ability is going to be Amplify. After the 30% buff it got in the December patch, it's just a no-brainer. When you kill people with the melee ability, you get energy back towards Fist of Havoc. It's going to get your super up faster. Titan Codex 1 or 3. That is your choice. Don't mess around with number 2. Don't really need it here. Titan Codex 3 is what we opt for, battle recovery and speed. Headstrong got a buff for faster sprint with the December update, and it makes you really fast. Aftershock is useful in objective game types, and Transfusion is useful in Slayer game types. So Headstrong and Transfusion used in Slayer like Clash game types, and for objective-based play, I would recommend Aftershocks. You get to choose here based on your playstyle, one of these 3. They're all great options. Titan Codex 5 for max battle recovery. It's going to get us into engagements, or back into engagements pretty quick. You don't need a max agility in order to Titan skate effectively. Don't forget that. We're selecting Shoulder Charge. Switch directions, kill enemies, maintain momentum. 3 advantages. You could use Juggernaut, and I'll explain in which situation when we talk about the weapons. I'm using a Mida multi-tool, a 1K Stare, and a Quillums, which is pretty much like a really delicious trio of great weapons right now. The 1K Stare is going to be replaced with the new Monarchy Sniper Rifle here really soon, because it looks freaking cool. So let's talk about Sniper versus Shotgun, okay? One of the big advantages of the Empyrean Bellicose is the fact that you can jump over obstacles and snipe somebody. That is a huge advantage, to be able to just peek over an obstacle, take a shot, and then drop back down. You can use the Mida multi-tool for this same effect, right? But I think the sniper rifle with the Empyrean Bellicose makes this nice synergy. If you opt for the shotgun, you're not making a horrible choice, but you're just saying, all right, I'm high mobility, I'm aggressive, I'm up in the enemy's face. I think I should have a shotgun with me if I want to take those really close engagements over and over again. And you're not wrong, but do understand you're losing out on one of the big benefits of wearing the Empyrean Bellicose. If you were going to play that style, I'd probably, shotgun style, I'd probably recommend a Twilight Garrison over the Empyrean Bellicose. Now, the Empyrean Bellicose shines when you are jumping, stalling, sniping, okay? The reason I recommend the Mida multi-tool, you'll see here in just a second. I spawned, there's an enemy down like probably 20 feet away from the initial spawn. I get some damage in him, and I get the exact same spawn, and instead of having to chase him through all these hallways and tunnels, I'm able to jump, get an angle I normally wouldn't be able to get, and finish him off with the Mida multi-tool. That's where the helmet is useful, okay? It lets you jump and shoot and be accurate. One of the more frustrating elements of Destiny to me is the fact that you can't jump and shoot for squat unless you have Angel of Light or if you have one of these helmets, right? They just take the bloom value and jack it up to 9,000. When you're in the air, you're just not really able to land jump shots. Something to note about this helmet is you still have a small window where you're accurate in the air. As soon as the animation for you to fall occurs, like when you start falling out of the air, you're not going to be able to land shots. The bloom value goes out the roof again, and it's the same as if you were to take a normal jump shot in Destiny. You're rolling the dice, and maybe the shot will connect, but you've just got a small window of like 1 to 1.5 seconds where you can land shots with the helmet. As a fair warning, through all this gameplay, you might have been, saying, where's all the jump shots? You have to be sparing with the helmet, okay? If you're using it over and over and over again, it's going to get you killed a lot of times. And you need to know where the opponent is before you go for the jump stall. If you're just jump stalling to survey the situation, to try and peek and see where the enemy might be, no, not going to work. You're going to get clipped a lot, especially if you're zooming in and sniping. Look at this. I missed it by I think 2 frames. Yeah, I missed it by 2 frames there. We try. So the last 2 things I want to say as we wrap up here. Experiment yourself. I don't like when build videos act like you have to follow these perks exactly or it won't work. Nope. Everybody's playstyle in Destiny is different. I think the build I've given you is a good starting point, a good baseline, but you should absolutely experiment and find the perks that work best for you, okay? Like, this is not StarCraft 2. You might have options that you think match the way you like to play way better. And that's important. That's how you get, more comfortable as a player and experiment and figure out what you like, what even your playstyle is. If you walk away from this video with nothing more, just understand Empyrean Bellicose, cool helmet, lets you get jump snipes and jump shots you normally wouldn't be able to get, but it's also super dangerous if you aren't landing your shots. Striker Titan, it's awesome right now. It's super mobile. It feels more like a hunter to me than a Titan, just with how many movement options and the tech available to you. I'm going to leave TrueVanguards Channel link in the description below. He's an amazing Destiny PvPer, and about 3 weeks ago, I saw some brilliant clips using this helmet, getting some awesome jump snipes, and it's the reason that I actually picked up this helmet in the first place is because I saw him using him like that. Looks really fun. So you should definitely check that out if you want to see the helmet being used to its full potential. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know with a like or a comment if you found it helpful. That's always nice to know. Thanks guys for watching. I deeply appreciate it. I hope your Destiny adventures are going really well and you're looking forward to the Crimson Doubles event that's showing up shortly. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you next time. BBKDRAGOON is out.